What up, Virginia Jets fans? This is your club president, Adam. I am recording live from the studio apartment in Newport News, Virginia. It is week 14. You've got the 7-5 Jets traveling to Buffalo, to Orchard Park, to Canada, wherever it is, to take on the Buffalo Bills at Rich Stadium, New Era Stadium, Highmark Stadium, Bills Stadium, Lowmark Stadium, whatever stadium it is. It's probably not going to be around much longer, but it is a very difficult place to go and win. So, as we know, the Jets have beaten the Bills already once this year. Can the Jets do what many would have thought to be impossible and actually sweep a team that most considered to be the odds-on favorite to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl? Well, let's break down these matchups. So first, when the Bills have the ball and the Jets defense is trying to stop them. So with the Jets defense, one thing that I really like, they have allowed 225 yards passing or more only once all year. They're very good at limiting yardage. But the Bills are second in yards per game with 411, only behind Kansas City. They're second in the league in points per game with 27.8. But the Jets, hey, they did a number on this offense last time. The Jets had 5 sacks and 8 quarterback hits on Josh Allen last time. That defense made a statement against that offense, and it got people all around the NFL talking. Fans, media, you name it. So let's talk about what Josh Allen is right now. He's completing 64% of his passes, 3,406 yards, 25 touchdowns, sacked 25 times in 12 games, so about 2 sacks per game. But he has 11 interceptions and 6 fumbles. And there's a stat called turnover-worthy plays per game. He has committed 24 plays that could have been a turnover or were a turnover. So he is very prone to giving the ball away, and that might be if he wasn't turning the ball over, the Bills would probably be scoring in the 30s every game, okay? But the other thing, and this is interesting, remember that he hurt his elbow on the last play of that Jets game when Bryce Huff sacked him. Well, since then, he has been playing, but he's been very limited. He's averaging 8 yards per pass attempt or less in 5 straight games. You have to wonder, is Josh Allen's elbow still bothering him? It very well could be. So you know he's not looking forward to facing this Jets pass rush come Sunday. But who are the players around Josh Allen we need to talk about? Well, to me, the running back I'm going to talk about first is not Devin Singletary, it's James Cook. Dalvin Cook's brother, rookie, number 28, had more carries than Singletary last week. He also caught 6 passes out of the backfield against the Patriots. So this was a go-to play a lot. And we know that the Jets linebackers, sometimes their tackling is not quite what we want it to be. So I think James Cook might get used in the passing game a little bit in this one. And wide receiver, of course, Stefondiggs, number 14. He's got 1,202 receiving yards already, third most in the league. I'd expect DJ Reed on him. Reed did a very good job against Diggs last time. Gabedavis, number 13. He is an absolute enigma. 35 catches on 67 targets, but he's got 665 yards and 6 touchdowns. So when they throw the ball to him, it usually doesn't wind up in a completed pass, but when it does, it usually ends up in an explosive play or 6 points. And then Isaiah McKenzie in the slot, number 6. He will be a challenge to stop. He has 35 catches on 50 targets, 359 yards, 4 touchdowns. Now, the offensive line bears some attention in this game, all right? Deion Dawkins, their left tackle, he's dealing with a high ankle sprain. He's been limited in practice Wednesday and Thursday. Very questionable if he's going to play in this game. Now, if Dawkins doesn't play, then they're probably going to move over David Quessenberry to the left tackle spot, and he's the offensive lineman. Bryce Huff just beat up that last game. And Quessenberry, his ankle's hurt too. So these Bills offensive linemen, especially their tackles, tend to have ankle injuries, as opposed to the Jets offensive tackles who seem to get everything hurt. Knees, triceps, shoulders, rotator cuffs, on and on it goes. But here's another important thing to note with the Bills line. Spencerbrown will be playing right tackle in this game. He did not play in that first game. Why is that important? Well, since he's been back over the last 4 weeks, he's allowed 16 pressures. That is the most of any offensive lineman in football. Not the most of any Bill. Not the most of any offensive tackle. The most of any lineman across the entire league. Over 150 linemen. And Spencerbrown has been the worst at pass protection. So watch for John Franklin Myers. Watch for Bryce Huff, Jermaine Johnson to wreak havoc against Spencer Brown on the right side of that Bills O-line. As far as injuries, Michael Clemens is questionable with the flu. How Michael Clemens is capable of having the flu, I have no idea. I figured the flu would walk right up to Michael Clemens and, just run away out of just sheer terror. So the Jets, to me, have to force at least 2 turnovers. They have to be +2 on the turnover side if they're going to win this game. And that worries me because the Jets' defense has only forced 1 turnover in the last 3 games. So that's definitely a big, big factor in this one. All right, now let's do what we always do. We're going to flip the script, and let's talk about the Jets' offense being on the field against the Bills' defense. Now, the Bills will give up some yards. They're giving up 320 per game. That's 10th best in the league. But they have 20 takeaways, and they're 4th in points per game, allowing 17.4 per game. And the stats show when the Jets score at least 18 points or more, they pretty much are going to win that game. All right. Now, the Bills are a little better against the run than they are against the pass. 5th best in yards per game against the run. 17th best in yards per game against the pass. No Von Miller this time. That is pivotal. He is out for the year with an ACL tear. Also, Jordan Phillips, one of their best defensive tackles, number 97. He left the Patriots game with his arm in a sling. He did not practice. He was confirmed to be out as of Friday. Edoliver is a really good player from the University of Houston, number 91. He's been a very good run-stopping defensive lineman. Definitely watching Edoliver. Greg Rousseau, very good pass rusher, number 50, has 5 sacks. AJ Espinosa, number 57, has 4 sacks. Now, the Bills may have Matt Milano returning at linebacker. That is big. Number 58, he did not practice on Thursday. As of Friday, Coach Sean McDermott said it's kind of a wait and see at this point. They don't know if Milano is going to play. He did not play against the Jets in the first game, and he is big for this game. He has 11 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions. And his absence was one of the big reasons, in my opinion, why the Jets were able to run the ball as effectively as they were throughout that game, especially on that last drive. All right, so the absence of Matt Milano would loom large if he is out. Also, Jordanpoyer is going to return to this game at safety, number 21. In my mind, one of the best safeties in the league, 4 interceptions on the year, despite missing nearly a month already. And at quarterback, Tre'Davious White is rounding back into form after missing over a year with an ACL injury. I would expect him to be on Garrett Wilson, and I think that's going to open things up for Corey Davis on the other side of the ball. I think Corey Davis has the potential to have a pretty big game. In fact, on my bold prediction video, I predicted he would have at least 60 yards, and he would score a touchdown as well. Okay, now I want to talk about Mike White for just a little bit and what he's doing. One of the things he's doing much better than Zach Wilson or most other quarterbacks is getting rid of the ball. His average time to get rid of the ball is 2.47 seconds. That is the 4th fastest in the league over the last 2 weeks. A large part of that is because he is also the 2nd least pressured quarterback in the NFL. And one of the main reasons for that has been Nateherbig. The fact that Joe Douglas got him off waivers and the Jets are paying this guy $2 million in change for a year is absolute theft, yo. Okay? Nateherbig has allowed just 8 pressures and 0 sacks over 291 pass blocking snaps. That is awesome. So I am really thrilled that Herbig has stepped back into the right guard spot, and he has made a big difference. He's made McGovern better. He's made George Fant better. He's made Max Mitchell better. So I wanted to give Nate Herbig a little love. Now, for some other game notes, I want to give props to another Jet player who I don't think gets a whole lot of attention, positive attention, and it's Justinhardee on special teams. I feel like the only time a lot of Jet fans talk about Justinhardee is when he takes a penalty. And he has taken a few, but if you watch, he gets double-teamed on nearly every special teams play, every punt, every kickoff, and he is still 2nd in the league in special teams tackles with 12. Justinhardee has been a leader, he has been a character, and he has been an effective player, one of the main reasons why special teams has been, for the most part, as good as it's been for the Jets. Okay, I want to mention a few other stats. 3rd down. Every week I talk about 3rd down because how could I not? When the differences are this vast, you have to talk about it. The Bills are the best offense in converting 3rd downs. They're converting 51.8% of their 3rd downs. How are the Jets doing, you ask? Well, not so good. They're 29th in the league. They're converting 32.9% of 3rd downs. Converting those third and shorts, that is where they have come up short, no pun intended, all season long, and it would make a big difference to convert those third downs. Tyler Bass, the Bills kicker, 24 of 27 on field goals, pretty reliable. And just think about this for the standings, okay? If the Jets win this game, there will be at least 7 teams within 2 games of the AFC's top seed with 4 games left to go. I think outside of Bills fans and maybe say the Chargers and the Patriots, I think most people around the AFC would be rooting for the Jets to win this game. Can they do it? Well, you're going to have to come to AJ Gators. If you're in the Virginia Jets fans, check it out with us. 1 p.m. And by the way, this is the deadline for the Toys for Tots drive. Okay, so after this Sunday, we're going to donate all our toys. And remember, for every toy you donate, you will get a raffle ticket. We're going to give out the tickets that we would have given out last week. We'll take care of those on Sunday. And there will be a drawing for a big gift card at AJ Gators. So I can't wait to see everybody on Sunday. It's going to be another awesome game, meaningful football in December. It's been a long time, but you know what? We've shocked teams all year long. We shocked the world all year long. Let's do it again. Let's be proud, be loud, and go Jets.